talking about some of the things that you had been a part of all at the same time. You're working on a million things, but one of those things that you were a part of that has become a huge, huge pop culture phenomenon, so much so that they're actually bringing it back, that being Buffy.
Oh, yeah.
Buffy being one of the biggest shows that ever hit and is now part of the reboot culture. What do you think about bringing Buffy back?
I mean, I think it's great if they honor the past. I mean, I think fresh reboots are kind of, I guess you have to wait a long time for people's memories to, especially when you consume something in your formative years, you're always that person's fan. So it doesn't matter if I'm, 50 years old. If somebody sees somebody, I'm not 50 years old, by the way. But when I get to there.
I don't think anybody's thinking that, girl.
I know. I hope not. I do have smooth skin. I'm just thinking if somebody sees me on the street and they're like, oh, that's the girl from Buffy who I saw when I was 15. Like, we're both 15 again because we share that moment in our life, right? And that's why pop culture is so important for us. And I think why a lot of us get really upset, like, you're rebooting what? But I heard that the circumstances under the reboot is that they're just continuing the story. So everybody remains canon. It's just a new Slayer, which I think is a really cool idea.
You prefer that than an actual reboot where we're starting fresh that's got the title Buffy, but it actually has nothing to do with the first one.
I prefer that. What's my opinion? I mean, in canon, I'm like the head of the New York Slayer, so I feel like I would have a really cool role, at least in my mind, for a reboot. But yeah, I feel like Buffy is so iconic. You can't just let go of the past and move on. Right? I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. I'd like to hear.
I absolutely agree with that.
Okay, good.
I 100% agree, and I'm glad you mentioned it because 100% the door is open for your character to come back. But you are right now creating so many things, being a mom, being a New York Times bestselling author, working on videos. Is that something that you feel like you could say yes to, or is that one of those, let me check my calendar.
I always say, let me check my calendar. The thing that I really cut out the most is making videos. And I think it's really hard for me because I did like a branded thing last month and it was the funnest thing I worked on. I was like, look at me, I'm editing again. I love it. To me, I've cut back a lot of different things. I've cut back trying to please people, especially like mainstream Hollywood, where I was trying to get in. And I realized, doing this book and everything, I'm just like, wow, I've spent a lot of manpower, my own manpower, trying to conform to this construct that I don't think I'm actually suited to, and wouldn't be happy getting in there. I love acting, but like as a creator, like maybe I'm happier doing books or little podcasts or videos, and so that's something that I allowed myself to let go of in writing this book, and I feel a lot stronger and way less neurotic about. So yeah.
So you think that as a creator, being back on a Buffy set might be something you would be interested in?
It would be amazing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Supernatural, like the worlds that I've belonged to, Eureka, Supernatural, even Magicians, like I've been so lucky in getting the roles as an actor that I just love and they're part of and my fans love. And I think that's because I took charge of defining myself as an artist. For many years, I was an actor, and I would just audition for commercials, which is the ultimate of pleasing people. And I would audition for, TV, and I would never get anything. I would be like second choice, and it was really, really, really frustrating. And the roles that I would get were just marginal and not roles that were interesting to me. They were very typecast. And so I created the Guild because I just want to show people who I was. And I wanted to be defiant and like I deserve to have a platform in a way that I deserve to be seen, even if it's by 5 people. I want to show you my creativity.